In this clip, Lionel Richie spills the dark side of the 70s music business. Check it out.
But back then, everybody was on their own. It was a dog-eat-dog world, and it was controlled by gangsters.
I rest my case.
Gangsters.
The answer was, I realized one very important thing. Throw the word degree out of your vocabulary. Yeah. The music business. A degree in music, a degree in business, a degree in what? No, man. This was street degree.
Right. Street psychology,
yeah,
too.
What did the guy tell me? He said, I'll tell you the best course I ever took in life. And this is a true story. He said, you schoolboys are funny, man. He says, you all learn how to account for the money. He says, we count the money. And I said, okay, so what does that mean? He says, somebody's got to teach you how to steal.
Oh, God.
No. Best lesson I ever took in my whole life. Because once you learn how to steal the money,
you know how to stop.
You know how to stop people from stealing.
Yeah. There's so many stories of bad deals. I mean, I was reading an excerpt from this book, and I don't know if it's true. It's a guy that thinks that Hendrix was killed rather than he died. And he thinks that what was going on was that Hendrix was leaving his management. And his management had him locked up in some crazy contract. They were stealing money from him. And they thought that he'd be more valuable dead since they owned the records.
Jimi Hendrix's story is crazy. In the late 1960s, Jimi Hendrix was at the peak of his fame. But behind all the success, he was struggling with his manager, Michael Jeffrey. Their relationship was toxic. Hendrix felt trapped in bad contracts and believed Jeffrey was stealing his money. Then, in 1970, Hendrix was found dead in London. The official cause was an overdose of barbiturates, basically strong sleeping pills, and he'd choked on his own vomit. The death was ruled accidental, but decades later, in 2009, his former roadie, James "Tappy" Wright, released a book called Rock Roadie. In it, Wright claimed that Jeffrey had confessed to killing Hendrix. According to him, Jeffrey was terrified Hendrix was about to fire him, so he came up with a genius plan. He allegedly took out a $2 million life insurance policy on Hendrix, worth about $15 million today, and made himself the only person who'd get the money if Hendrix died. Wright claimed that Hendrix's manager, Michael Jeffrey, admitted to killing him by forcing him to swallow pills and red wine, making it look like an overdose. The plan worked flawlessly. After Hendrix's death, Jeffrey collected the insurance payout and kept control of the music rights. When Hendrix's music exploded in popularity after his death, it made Jeffrey a fortune. But that fortune didn't last long. Just 3 years later, in 1973, Michael Jeffrey died in a plane crash. Some say karma caught up with him. Others call it coincidence. Either way, both men's stories ended in tragedy.
And this is like you coming from the 70s. In the professional business from the 70s on, dealing with, and that was the business back then.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Phil Spector. The guy's in jail now for shooting a woman in the mouth in his house.
Here's what happened with Phil Spector. He was one of the biggest music producers of his time, a genius in the studio, but a complete mess outside of it. He was paranoid, controlling, and often carried a gun. He had a history of not letting women leave when he didn't want them to. In 2003, actress Lana Clarkson tried to leave his mansion, but Spector reportedly blocked her. That confrontation ended tragically, and she was shot in the mouth. Spector claimed it was an accident, but the evidence said otherwise. He was convicted of murder in 2009 and passed away in 2021.
These were gangsters.
Yeah. I mean, the answer is, there is one moment when I looked into my mom and dad's face, and I said, they just stole $363,000 from me. And my mother said, you leave those people alone and come home. And I go, no, Mom. It only cost me $362,000 to learn that lesson. It's never going to happen again. And I was so excited about it. She looked at me and said, my son's crazy.
That is a crazy response.
But the answer is
very logical.
You can lose millions.
Right.
You can lose billions.
Sure.
Okay. So if it only took me $362,000, I got off light, man.
Yeah.
You understand me?
For sure.
But and not only that, can you keep your life? I mean, just think about it. When you go to the box office, everybody had a gun. Now, here's the beautiful part about it, because I knew that later. Nobody's going to shoot anybody. It's just how naive were you? If you were naive and a little schoolboy, you could get shot and killed. But as you started learning who the gangsters are, that was just an intimidating factor.
Right.
But you had to be, once you knew them,
Yeah.
then they go, come on, Lionel, just cover us a little bit, you know. But
That's even more disconcerting. They become normal.
they become normal.
That's what gets weird.
That's what gets weird.
When you're around normalized gangsters.
That's
you're like,
exactly
yikes.
right. And then your mother starts meeting them on their way to Miami. They would drive, and they stop by Tuskegee to see the schoolboys. And here's a guy dead of homecoming season in a full head-to-toe mink hat, mink coat, pink Eldorado.
Pink Eldorado.
Driving across
my
the campus, and you go to your instructors. Yeah, this is my my friend, Tall Paul. I got all kind of got names for him. We had oh my God, we had names. You can't make this up.
Yeah.
You know, and how do you introduce them to the president of the university? The answer is you don't.
Right.
You don't do it. You don't.
You don't. God. What was it like navigating that world?
It was, Joe, one of the most exciting things ever. Why? I never experienced anything like this before.
Right.
I mean, listen.
Who does?
Listen, you mean, wait, see, we played gangster. They weren't playing gangster.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
So we are with the gangsters.
Right.
And it just became so another world where, what the guys say, in our world, Lionel, it's not how long you live, it's how well you live while you're living. Now, that's a profound statement from him. I don't want to know anything about that, but you have to listen, right?
Yeah.
They don't plan on living a long life, but they plan on living well while they're here.
Right.
So it's nothing to say when you go back to New York for the next summer. Whatever happened to so-and-so? Oh, yeah, he got shot in December. Oh, okay.
Normalized.
That's normal.
Yeah.
He's leaving town.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more stories.